What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 46 of the Pentagon Challenge, here with no one yet, but I do have a job offer which I am going to be taking, and I want to build up some tension. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you for your support on the last Pentagon video where I asked about, what would you like to see, because you guys were really supportive. You were just saying, do what you feel like doing. That is what I'm going to do. I don't want to get burnt out on Football Manager, but at the same time, I want to get a video out at least once a day. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to be aiming for, with occasionally maybe 2 or 3 videos on special days or on days where I'm loving playing FM, because I think we all go through those phases where you play FM loads and then you just, right, I'm uninstalling it, the game's just crap. But no, you guys know exactly what I'm on about, I'm sure. But anyway, today I'm going to be showing you who I'm with, and then I'm going to be kind of jumping to the end of pre-season and then talking a bit more about the team. So you'll notice in the top right it's July 2020, so I've only been out the job for about 2 or 3 months, so really not a lot of time. So without further ado, let me show you, or show you who we're going to be, which is this team. Now, I know what someone's going to be thinking, Jack, Skovbakken, really, Jack? Really? Yep, really. Yeah. let me talk about Skovbakken for a start. So, for those of you who have kind of been following the series, or even just watched the last video, you'll know I wanted to go to Iceland. Now, Skovbakken are a team in Denmark, which I suppose it's not quite Iceland, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of other FMers, Mick. If you don't know who Mick is, he did his Lingby save on this game, but he's been a long-term FM guy. He doesn't do videos anymore, but he was one of the reasons I started doing these videos in the first place. And I honestly, if you want to go back and just watch some stories all the way through and some FM journeys, go check out his channel. I will leave his link down below. But he did a Lingby save in Denmark, and I don't know, Denmark, it could work for me. I know a few other guys have done kind of Icelandic saves, and I know I mentioned Iceland. Denmark, Iceland, it's kind of all the same, really. I know someone's now going to be like, but I'm from Denmark, and that's really mean. I'm sorry if that's you. But anyway, let's have a look at this squad. I've actually already looked through this squad and stuff, but I saved before I took the job. So, this is our team. You'll notice that we don't have an assistant manager, which is a good start. What is my staff like? Yeah. Oh dear. This is not looking good. So yeah, we have £2,500 a week wage budget. I should point out, and I know someone's going to leave something kind of saying this. They're going to be like, Jack, this is the Pentagon Challenge. I was expecting you to go with someone bigger. Why are you going with Skovbakken? Honestly, I consider myself kind of a small team expert. That sounds really big-headed, but I feel as if I've had a lot of experience through kind of Beijing IT, Road to Glory. Obviously, I've taken small teams up, and I love challenges like this one. Skovbakken, I mean, our media prediction is 10th, and I don't know what our aim is. What is our aim for the season? Let me check. I think it's to avoid relegation. Does it say? It doesn't say. Maybe I'm going crazy. Let me go forward one more day. I'll just skip the meetings. Season expectations of stay clear of relegation. So we're really aiming for a mid-table finish. With the £2,500 they've provided, I feel as if I can kind of make a push up the table. We'll kind of just have to see how things go. But that's certainly something I'm going to kind of look to be aiming for, kind of an upper table finish. We'll just have a quick look through the squad. Oh God. Sorensen. What an imaginative name. So this is the squad I have to work with. Oh dear. What have I done? Why did I take this job? It's not that bad. I think I can make this work. Obviously, I'm probably going to be totally revamping the side. There's no staff. We're in the 3rd tier of Denmark. Basically, Denmark has a First Division, the Superliga, and then a Second Division East and a Second Division West. We're in the West Division. Only one team goes up, so that's going to be really difficult for us. But I'm hoping that just by bringing in sheer quality, even if it is fairly old kind of free agents from Denmark, we can make it out of this division kind of first time of trying, because there's going to be nothing worse than if we get bogged down and stuck in this league. So anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to skip to the end of pre-season. I can talk about the squad, players I brought in, the system we're playing, and all that good stuff. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so we are back, and obviously for you it's been a few minutes, but since the last episode it's actually been like 2 weeks. It's not been that longer a period of time really to revamp this squad, but I've done my best, brought in lots of new faces, really strengthened the squad up, got an assistant manager. I mean, what more could you want? So this is the staff. We've got Karim Granan, well, I can't say that name, Karim Graini, we'll go with that. Danish, young person, best training category is tactics. Which, where's his tactics? 4. Oh god. But no, I just needed an assistant to filter out unrealistic transfers and stuff. He's only on £160 a week, so fairly low wages. And then we have Luka Sorensen, who's he's going to be a backup right back, but he's also a scout, so it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Obviously, his scouting stats are absolutely terrible, but it's better than nothing, and it'll help me unmask the attributes which are masked, which I can't see. And from there, I can kind of look at players and kind of, I guess, judge what I'm going to be doing with them. So anyway, for our tactics, I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this. I've been thinking about this, and I've actually got a few more players potentially coming in, but at the moment, we're going to go with a 4-1-2-1-2. This might change in the future. I feel as if we're a little bit top-heavy in terms of our attacking players, and so I might have to kind of add a few more attacking players, maybe a bit of width to compensate, but we'll get onto that shortly. So, I guess we'll have a look at the transfers. History. So, on the outs, you'll see that, just quickly covering them, Marks Torsen. He was had already left when I came, so there's nothing really to tell you about that. Bjorn Sorensen is just a little bit of a youth prospect who's been piked up by one of our rivals in our league, so I'm not too worried about him. He wasn't a standout player, and I feel as if, honestly, like, in terms of the wages, I don't know what we're at. I think we're just under 250, the £2,500 wage budget. Let me check this quickly. How do I get... Oh, I have to go and search. Sorry about this, guys. You'll see we've got £240 remaining, so there's a little bit left to maybe bring in 1 or 2 new players, but I have brought in a whole host of new players. I needed to add some depth to the squad, and I also wanted to add some experience and quality. In the league, we have to have a goalkeeper on the bench and at least 3 players under the age of 21 on the substitute bench. For now, I've just got a few under 21s already in the squad who I'll use. In the future, I might try and get in a few kind of prospect players who could turn big for us. But anyway, let's cover the team. So, first player in is Luka Sorensen, as I've already covered. He's the scout and the backup right back. Real utility player, can play a whole host of positions. Going to be very useful in terms of the squad rotation. Decent physical stats, you know. In the lower leagues, I always say I'd like to see natural fitness, pace and acceleration. They're kind of the 3 that I like to look for, because I feel as if pace can win you leagues, particularly in the lower divisions. We also have Jonas Andersson, who is a young centre-back. I say young centre-back, he's not young at all. I don't know why I said young, I'm going crazy. But he's 33. Again, decent physical stats considering his age. Hopefully he can just come big for us. I have faith in this kind of lad. He's got half decent basic stats, you know, 9 marking, 10 tackling. Not the craziest mentals, but he'll do a job in this league as a kind of centre-back. I find also with this kind of situation where you're kind of bringing in lots of players, your best bet is just to bring in a whole host of players and hope that you can kind of have a starting 11 emerge from the kind of group of players that you bring in, and then it's not the end of the world if kind of 3 or 4 players just aren't good enough for your team. So we have here Simon Dethelsden. He's a decent centre mid. Going to be playing ball-winning midfielder for us. Decent physical attributes. Hopefully he can win the ball for us. Again, he's got fairly decent physical stats. Got a little bit about him going forward as well, which is nice. We have Martin Svel, who's going to be playing left back for us as our first choice left back. This guy, really good physicals. You know, he has the pace, and I feel as if that's going to be all that we really need this year. So got him in only on £130 a week, which isn't too bad. He's 28, which although it seems old, compared to all the other players in, he's one of the youngest in, which sounds a bit odd, but a lot of these players are only on 1 or 2 year deals because that's all I can offer them. And at the end of the day, experience should kind of win through. We have Ziad Nassar, who is a really good pacey kind of centre attacking mid and striker. Again, looking for the physical stats, looking for the kind of mentals. I mean, the fact he has 16 flair, maybe he can do some back heels or two. Decent work rate, decent teamwork, and then his physicals are just really... I say really decent. Obviously, they're nothing crazy in the grand scheme of things, but for this division, they'll do a job. We also have Lars Emil Andersen, 31-year-old centre-back. Physicals again, I mean, that is the general trend of this, getting in players who have got good physical stats. I haven't got some kind of crazy scouting network, so it's not as if I can go out and find the world's best players. I've literally got to go pace 13, acceleration 13, show me the search results, who has the decent stats out of all of these. Anyway, here we have Nikolaj Knudsen. Yeah, Nikolaj Knudsen, who's a centre defensive mid. He's an okay player again. Decent physicals and decent mentals, to be honest, this guy. Really good to see that kind of determination, as that'll be useful for tutoring. He's probably not as good as I thought he was going to be when he came in. But again, as I said, there's going to be 3 or 4 players who probably don't make the step up. As long as a few players fill in that gap and players do perform, I'll be more than happy. Here we have Luca Rasmussen, again, 32-year-old, pretty standard. This guy's not got the best physicals, but what he does offer is kind of heading up to marking and tackling are half decent, so a little bit against kind of the grain in terms of the physical stats which I was showing you before. This guy has decent mentals and half decent technical attributes for a defender. We then have Anders Fons, who kind of marks the start of what I consider to be the more exciting players I've brought in. I really tried to bring in the pacey attacking players to breach defences, and I feel as if this season our aim is just going to be to outscore opposition teams. So this guy, 32 years old, as you can see, really decent physical stats. 11 finishing, 8 composure, and 7 off the ball, not too shabby. His work rate's going to help him really work the space, and you see what I did there? Oh god, that was terrible. But no, he's going to be a decent pacey when he puts in a shift. We have Jonas Hagman, just a centre mid. He might not look like anything crazy, but honestly, he was one of the best centre mids I could find kind of potentially available to us, and I think he's going to do a decent job for us in the centre. Not the best physicals or technicals, but his mentals more than make up for it, and he's a really well balanced, kind of mentally, based player, and also he offers a little bit in terms of creativity with 10 creativity and 10 marking, which was something that I couldn't really find in any other players. We then have Denis Degovic. I don't know. He's from Bosnia and Herzegovina, one of the few non-Danish players in the squad. This guy is on the most money at the club. He's a fantastic centre-back. I'm actually really happy I managed to get this guy in. A lot of clubs coming in for him. He has 19 influence. Going to be a real kind of shining light at the club. Going to be playing him as captain. He's been based in Denmark for a while. He's at St. Louis Lions, who are in the USA. I've managed to get him in on a free. He's a really solid player. He's only on £220 a week, which I say only. It's fairly expensive, but looking at his attributes, really solid player all the way around. Going to be a good centre-back, and I feel as if that 19 influence is really going to help him boss the back four as a leading light. We then have Anis Sengic. We'll go with that. Centre attacking mid again, decent pacey forward. Nice attributes about him. Hopefully he can do a job for us. And then we have Holger Sondergaard, who's just another pacey centre attacking mid. So I've really tried to focus on the attacking elements of the team. Looking at what those transfers mean for the club, you can see here we've got decent attacking players in abundance. I think as if Lars Christensen, who I'm not sure if I covered this guy or not, but I think I might have just missed him. But this guy's really good, kind of pacey attacker. Going to lead the line. Not sure about his face pack photo, but we'll let it slide because he's got decent attributes. And then backed up by the other players in Fons, Nassar, Sengic, and then Defelsden. Decent players. I feel as if we've got a really nice kind of squad. Looking at the preseason, pretty hit and miss as you'd expect with us playing against teams significantly stronger than us for the most part. We lost 2-0 against Viborg, who are our kind of affiliates, our parent club. They're in the league above us. They're not a bad side. And to be honest, they were the better side. This was before I came to the club, I should point out as well. Following this, we had a game against AB. First game in charge for me. This was before I'd had a chance to bring in any players. AB are a very good team. They're in the first division, so they're league above us. 3-0 win in the end was convincing for them. We did create a few chances, but none on target, which was pretty disappointing. And I was a little bit worried at that point. I was kind of thinking, oh God, what have I got myself into? However, fortunately, against the non-league side of Torjring, we won 3-1, which I guess was a sign that, hang on a minute, maybe things won't be that bad, and maybe we have a chance here. Obviously, they're a non-league side. Looking at the attendance, a host of 54 people turning up. I mean, what more could you want for a game? But no, that wasn't too bad. On the back of this, we lost to Aarhus Friedmad, who are a Danish non-league team. They're actually from our division, but they went down a few seasons ago. Lost 3-0 to them, which was a bit of a slap in the face and a little bit concerning. I feel as if that's mostly down to just the gelling of the squad, and I'm hoping over the period of time, particularly at the start of the season, we'll ride the waves. We might struggle to begin with, but we can really kick on and start to hit some form once we get the team gelling, and once I can kind of establish a tactic that works for us. Because as I've said, I'm going to be running with a 4-1-2-1-2, but this may change in the future depending on how we get on. 2 more games to cover in the preseason. First one was a 4-1 win against B1909, who are another non-league side. This time, really good performances. Hansen turned up big for us, grabbing a hat-trick. We dominated the game, which was good to see in terms of the chances created. And then following this, we got a 3-3 draw against Brande. A little bit worrying, this one. But again, a lot of our new players coming in for this game, really heavily rotating the squad. 3-3, it was disappointing the way that we let the lead slip, and in fact they got a 10-minute hat-trick against us, which was a little bit concerning. But looking at the stats, fairly 50-50 game. Again, team is just gelling, so I wasn't expecting us to go out and absolutely boss the game. However, a little bit disappointing not to win, and that's kind of what's planted some doubts in my mind about the tactics, so they may well change in the future. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I can really tell you about Skovbakken in terms of the squad. I've gone with older, experienced players, but the older players do have half-decent physical attributes. Really going to be focusing on the attacking element of our game to do us some good. Maybe let me know what you think of this kind of choice. I know a lot of people are going to be thinking, Jack, the whole point in a Pentagon is to go around the globe, enhance your reputation and make steps up as a manager. I mean, I turned down offers from like Stoke and Villa to go and manage here, and I don't know. I don't think everyone's going to agree with my decision. Maybe let me know, you guys, what you think of this. But for me, this whole series has been about putting myself in really obscure situations, really kind of testing my abilities as a manager to throw myself in at the deep end and go to really random teams in tough situations and come out good with them. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments of this whole decision. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this challenge. I feel as if the players that I brought in should lend us well to this league, and I'm hoping that we can really make a challenge for that one and only promotion spot, but only time will tell. Next episode, and I will be following the Pentagon format for this, which is kind of to play thirds of the season and then do updates rather than kind of monthly updates like I did with the Road to Glory, with the exception of big games, kind of in league cups, kind of in cups or in kind of championships. But no, maybe let me, as I've said, let me know what you think of this decision. It's going to be a fun challenge. I'm not sure when I'm going to be coming back. It'll probably be after 10 games, I guess. We'll see how we get on. I seriously have no idea how this is going to go. So yeah, guys, you'll have to tune in for next episode for that. If you've enjoyed the video, give the video a like. Helps me out, helps people find the videos. Let me know what you think of this decision to go to Skovbakken, who are a Danish team that I'm looking forward to hopefully bringing some glory to. It should be a laugh. And other than that, I'm going to talk to you guys in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out, guys.